We're always told that to really change your life, you need some kind of massive, heroic effort. But what if that's not quite right? Today, we're going to challenge that whole idea. What if the real secret to change is actually something much, much smaller?
Do you ever feel that pressure? That feeling that to become healthier or smarter or happier, you've got to totally reinvent yourself, like overnight. Well, what if I told you that whole way of thinking might be leading us down the wrong path? The real answer, it's actually way simpler, and honestly, a lot more doable. We've all been there, right? We think meaningful change requires these huge, grand gestures. We go all in on some crazy new diet or a super intense workout plan. But here's the thing, that kind of intensity, it's just so hard to keep up. And more often than not, what happens? We burn out and we end up right back where we started. Okay, so if these massive efforts are a myth, then what's the secret? Well, it isn't some huge tidal wave of effort. It's actually the quiet, consistent power of a single drop. This quote just nails it perfectly. A single small action by itself. It feels like nothing, right? Insignificant. But when you repeat it day after day, that cumulative effect, it becomes powerful enough to literally reshape your entire life. It's those daily drops that truly carve out the person we become. And check this out. The math actually proves the point. Reading for just 10 minutes a day, that sounds like nothing, right? But look what happens over a year. That tiny little habit adds up to 3,650 minutes. That's more than 60 hours of learning and growth. That right there, that's the compounding power of small daily actions. And this all leads us to the core principle that makes this whole thing work. It's all about choosing consistency over intensity. So let's break that down. What's the real difference? Intensity. It's exciting, right? It's that huge burst of motivation you get on January 1st. But it's almost always short-term. And let's be honest, it's usually unsustainable. Now, consistency, that's different. That's what builds real momentum. It's sustainable, it becomes a part of who you are. And over time, that is what becomes unbelievably powerful. And this is where the real magic happens, because this isn't just about changing what you do, it's about fundamentally changing how you see yourself. We're talking about shaping your identity, one tiny action at a time. And there's a name for this. It's called an identity-based habit. Just think of it like this. Every single time you perform a small, positive habit, you're basically casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. You're giving your brain a little piece of evidence. So, instead of getting obsessed with some huge goal, you focus on the identity first. You might start telling yourself, I am the kind of person who takes care of my body. And then you ask, what does that person do? Well, maybe they just walk instead of taking the elevator. See? That small act reinforces that new identity. This creates this really simple but incredibly powerful feedback loop. Step 1, you do the tiny habit. Step 2, you consciously connect that action to the identity you're building. And step 3, the most important part, you repeat it daily. With every single repetition, that identity gets stronger and feels more and more automatic. Okay, so let's get practical. Let's move this from theory into action. It's time for your first small step. And here's the most important part. Don't wait for the perfect moment. The time to start is right now. And listen, your first step does not have to be some huge, intimidating thing. Just look at these. Could you drink one more glass of water today? I bet you could. Or find just 2 minutes to sit and breathe. Or maybe write down just one thing you're grateful for. These are all designed to be small, and that's exactly why they work so well. Because really, this is the main takeaway. It's not the one-off heroic efforts that build a better life. It's the small, consistent habits, the things you do day in and day out that create massive, lasting change. So I'm going to leave you with this thought. As you go about the rest of your day, just ask yourself this one question. What small drop, what one tiny, positive action are you going to add to your life today?